Now, this is interesting. America's largest landlord to make $550 million bet on trailer parks. Ooh, trailer parks. Where James Carville, remember he said about Paula, forgot her last name, Paula, you put $100 through a trailer park, you never know what you're going to find. These Democrats, man, they're so for the working people. Paula Jones, that's what it was. For those of you who are new here, James Carville is not a very nice person. He was Clinton's campaign manager. Who else was on Clinton's campaign? Oh, yeah, George Stephanopoulos. Who held the town hall last night for Joe Biden? Sniffy Joe? George Stephanopoulos. The media is full of crap. Anyway, so the issue is James Carville saying, you take $100 through a trailer park, you never know what you're finding. Because when Paul Jones accused Bill Clinton of rape, and Clinton has not been exonerated by any stretch of the imagination. The guy's just, oh my goodness. Me Too doesn't matter, apparently. All right, so anyway, a decade ago, Blackstone Group became America's largest landlord, purchasing tens of thousands of single-family homes during the foreclosure crisis. Now the private equity firm, has spotted the next big opportunity as a virus-induced recession crushes the working poor. That is betting on mobile home parks. Blackstone said to boost mobile home parks with a bet of $550 million, having become the largest landlord in the world, is now moving down market. The alternative asset manager has made a dramatic shift in the investment focus in the last 12 months. This time last year, Blackstone was bidding on a portfolio of luxury hotels. Now they're in talks to purchase up to 40 mobile home parks from Summit Communities for $550 million, according to Bloomberg. Sources said Blackstone could make the purchase through a vehicle known as Blackstone Real Estate Income Trust, BREIT, which I tried to look up. I couldn't find it, so I guess it's not traded publicly. It's weird because I looked up and there's a BREIX, I think, which is a Barron Global Real Estate Fund, which has actually done incredibly well this year. It's up 27% this year. And the interesting thing, I looked up CGM Realty Fund, which is the Ken Hebner of 20 year ago fame, but I still like Ken Hebner. I don't own anything, but I like at least to invest in CGM Focus Fund, CGM Realty, and that's down less than a point this year, but still it's interesting the variance between the two funds of real estate, because it's just tons of real estate. Through our investments in this asset class, though our investments in this asset class are limited, we are proud to partner with a best-in-class operator and plan to invest significant capital into these communities, which are largely occupied by seasonal residents and retirees. And we want to create high-quality houses and places where people want to live. That's interesting because retirees, of course, have that steady income through Social Security and maybe pensions. One source says the yield is yet to be finalized and it could still fall apart. Interest in Blackstone to acquire mobile home parks came as it acquired 7 parks earlier this year in Arizona and Florida for $200 million. Real estate company JLL said mobile home parks have been the hottest space within the commercial industry this year. Many firms like Blackstone are avoiding malls, hotels, and other retail properties, and I imagine downtown commercial spots too. I don't see how those things survive. 2018 marked the year when Blackstone dove headfirst with a bet on mobile home parks, purchasing 14 communities. The private equity firm owns a little less than 1% of the manufactured housing market. That's interesting. All right. It's set to capitalize on the trend of working poor Americans downsizing into double-wide trailers. Oh, that's interesting. I'm interested to hear that. So let me pause real quick. Videos before manufactured homes, and I actually sent an email to Jack Spurko at the Survival Podcast, and one of his a question on this, and he had answered it on one of his podcasts where he talked about Solitaire being the best built manufactured homes out there. I don't know that to be true or not, but Jack had lived in one in Arkansas. And you know, he was a diesel mechanic in the Army, so he knew his way around a wrench, that's for sure, and certainly around, I think, quality building as well. So he says this is the best one that's out there, at least according to what he recalls when he was in the market for this. So here's Solitaire manufactured homes. And he was saying they use like 2x6s instead of 2x4s. And other things where they go above and beyond what maybe a Clayton home would. I don't know that, but I'm just saying for example. New Mexico, Texas, and Oklahoma. And so if you're in, let's see, say you want to live in Tyler, Texas. There you go. Let's take a gander at Tyler, Texas, and let's see what kind of do they got prices on these guys. Homeownership in 3 easy steps. Last chance to double your tax refund. Okay, because I just taxes from yesterday, just filed yesterday. Pricing value, all right, pricing and value comparison. Manufactured home sales, let's do about 1,600 square foot. All right, so there you go. So pricing right here is value derived from various published and anecdotal sources. 74,000. Sale price is 75,000. Sales price here for brand X, prominent, unnamed, prominent, unnamed, prominent, unnamed. So basically they're saying it does cost more here, but you're getting actually less here, but you're getting a better value. I don't know that to be true. But anyway, 75,000 is what you're getting for it, and that's a 2010 model. Let's go to a 25 square foot home. 105,000 for a solitaire. So anyway, I don't know the first thing how this works. I'm not home construction. Preparing the home site, that's always of interest. It says the route. Okay, so see, that's the one thing I don't know how you do that. I mean, how you go about actually getting this done for you. I don't know. So I'm not sure if the homeowner will need to concern himself with accessibility, pad preparation, utilities. I don't. They can't help you find that stuff out. I don't know how that works. But if you want to put a mobile home on a piece of land, say you got 2 acres in the middle of nowhere, will they? How do you get that to be done? I don't know. You got a single section, double section. Okay, so there you go. I figured I'd share that with you. So good stuff. I got a guy, a bunch of you have reached out to me who bought, manufactured homes and are quite happy with them. So that's cool, man. And I'm gonna take a tour of one at some point in some place, and we'll see. One of these days, I got a guy who emailed me, said he'd love to show me his tour of the place he lives in, and I said, yeah, I'd be happy to see that. All right, we'll see you. I'd like to hear your comments. Thanks now.